Bitcoin is breaking bearish right now, exactly like I've been predicting, but right now I am going to start opening up my $1 million Bitcoin long position, so make sure to watch this video till the end to know more about this position, to know what I'm currently doing, and much more important charts that we need to discuss right now here for the price action of Bitcoin. So don't forget to slap off that like button on today's update video. Can we once again smash it back above 500 likes? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And like we can see, we created a rising wedge, and after we broke down of the rising wedge, we saw that significant continuation towards the downside. And basically, I have been bearish on Bitcoin ever since we hit 31,000 US dollars. I've been bearish all the way down here. I've been bearish on the top right side right here. I've been bearish on these highs right here. I've been bearish on these highs. I've been bearish yesterday and the entire week already. And right now, once again, Bitcoin has seen a move towards the downside. However, my bias is going to be swapping around anytime soon here. So make sure to pay attention, because I will be exactly explaining to you why my bias is going to shift around right now. First of all, we can see on the 4-hour support for Bitcoin, we once again broke below that level. We saw the rejection, and that really initiated the move towards the downside, like I've been saying as well. And if you're looking at the 12-hour time frame, we actually broke down of this very important key consolidation phase, and that is why we're right now also seeing that continuation towards the downside happening. Because you could have been looking at this pattern on the 4-hourly time frame, and I've been saying it ever since we broke down here on this candle right here. We've seen basically a significant candle towards the downside happening after that candle broke towards the downside for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is right now trading around 25.7k, and personally I think there is still more downside potential for Bitcoin to come. However, the downside potential right now is significantly lower than the potential upside we could generate from of this level. So let me quickly give my arguments. So if I'm looking at this consolidation phase, I still think Bitcoin can go a little bit lower. The price target for me is around 25 to 24.5k for the breakdown. So far we've not reached it, but I am not going to short it anymore, because what I will be looking at right now here is a zoomed out view on Bitcoin. And if I zoom out on Bitcoin and let me go to the daily time frame, we can see that we're approaching my very important box of support, because in the Luna crash we came down towards this level right here, and basically we found significant support around 25.3k. And once we broke below it, after we basically went down again, we saw that this level right here, that 25.4k, flipped into resistance. Once again, we had that created that cup and handle scenario. We retested that level. We saw significant resistance. And right now you can also approach it differently. We created a left shoulder, we created a hat, we created a right shoulder. We are creating an inverse handed shoulders for Bitcoin, and this is literally the retest of the neckline. So Bitcoin is creating that gigantic retest I've been calling for. Bitcoin is creating that retest I've been preaching for, and I've been saying it for such a long time that Bitcoin is probably going to retest this level. And like we can currently see, we literally retested the level. To clarify, I still think Bitcoin can come down all the way to 24.5k, and my bias will be exactly the same. And that is why I will be opening up a new long position on Bitcoin, and I'm currently starting to do so. And this is not a long position that I'm going to open right here and see where it goes. No, this is going to be a swing trade. It's going to be a legendary swing trade, just like I've been swing trading Bitcoin towards the downside right here. I am going to start open up a new Bitcoin long position, and maybe I'm going to be in a loss for this position for a very long time, but the strategy is to get a very good average entry price around the 25,000 US dollar barrier, right? So currently I'm going to start opening up this trade. My goal is to open up a 1 million US dollar Bitcoin trade, and currently, like you can see, my initial trade open is worth 100,000 US dollars. So I need to deploy 10 times more capital to reach that 1 million US dollar. I will only reach 1 million US dollars in this trade if Bitcoin comes down here, because it's a 5x leverage trade here, so it's extremely low risk here because the leverage is low. And what I will be doing here is basically add more margin as Bitcoin comes down, because yes, there could be a possibility that Bitcoin, the bottom is already in and it's going to bounce from here on. But like I said, I won't be surprised if Bitcoin comes down to $24,000 as well. So that is why if Bitcoin comes down to $24,000, I'm going to add even more margin towards my trade, what would make it an even better entry and what would make it even more margin, why I could make more money in the future as well with this trade. trade. So that is what I will be doing. I'm going to open up my legendary long position right now, and if you're interested in trading yourself as well, you can trade it on BitGet. BitGet allows you to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies completely without KYC. So if you're interested in trading, go to BitGet. You can find the link in today's video's description, and you can also claim a deposit bonus up to $50,000. And this swing trade I will be taking on BitGet purely because the funding rate looks to be a little bit better on BitGet, and also I like that I do not need to do KYC on the BitGet exchange, and you do have to do that right now on Bybit. Of course, if you like to do KYC, you can still go to Bybit, open up an account over there, trade over there, but currently I'm going to do it on BitGet because personally it really suits my preference. Furthermore, if I will be looking at the price chart of Bitcoin here on the daily time frame, you can see this big level of support here is found around $24,000 to $25,000, but there's also a very important upward sloping support line. That upward sloping support line is going to get found somewhere around 24.5k, so let's see if we're going to retest that level. Personally, I think there's a very big likelihood that we are actually going to retest it here. You can still see on the daily time frame we're finding support on that lower side downward sloping support line. We could also still approach it as a potential falling wedge structure, and right now we're also at critical support, so let's see if we're going to be holding on towards it. I've been saying yesterday, if Bitcoin is going to come down, I personally think it's first going to go down to 25.76k, then have a small little bounce towards the upside. So we're currently trading around that level, and that is why I will be opening up my initial position. Do be aware, I'm very much aware Bitcoin can go much lower, and that's why you already can see I've set up multiple orders here on the lower side. So if Bitcoin comes down, I'm going to bring down my average entry price. To be looking at my position, currently it is 5x leverage. I used approximately $96,000, and yeah, that is currently the trade. I am not making any profit yet so far because initially Bitcoin is trading at my entry price, but I will keep you guys every single day up to date about this trade, what I will be doing with it, if I will add more margin, and basically I will be completely transparent with it. Also important to know here, we cross bearish on that weekly MACD here, like I discussed yesterday, like I've been talking about for quite a while here. Right now, we can see Bitcoin is also actually coming down here, so it is so far once again telling us a very interesting story. At the same time, Bitcoin retesting the weekly EMA ribbon, important to pay attention towards, and Bitcoin is also currently falling below the 200 weekly moving average. So that is definitely an important thing to see here, definitely interesting thing to see. But like I just said as well here about that head and shoulders pattern, if you're going to be looking at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, we are actually creating one gigantic pattern, right? We're creating that left shoulder, that head, that right shoulder. We're creating an inverse head and shoulders. And what was the level? And what was clearly the level that we couldn't break? It was that neckline right here, right? The neckline is trading around $25,000 to $24,000. The level we couldn't break here. And right now we're about to see a retest of this level. You could also approach it completely differently. We are right now maybe creating a cup and handle scenario. You could also say it like that. So Bitcoin is creating a gigantic bullish scenario, still on the bigger perspective. And right now we're seeing that retest I've been waiting for. I've been bullish on Bitcoin ever since the lows right here. I've been bearish on Bitcoin ever since we hit the highs. And right now, exactly right here, on $25,000, I am turning bullish again. And this is exactly what I will be doing. I'm a swing trader. I've been going through these cycles. I've been seeing it many times before. Many people are starting to become bearish again here, while I've been bearish from the top side. And right now, I'm starting to get bullish again. I'm aware Bitcoin can probably go a little bit more lower, but this is just how the game works. You never will be exactly catch the bottom, and you probably will never exactly catch the top. However, we've done that a couple times in the past. You always are going to be wrong a little bit here, and that is why I'm going to dollar cost averaging towards my trading positions. So that was it for me in today's update video. If you did like it, don't forget to slap up the like button on today's video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.